we were exploring some of the difficulties autistic people have within public spaces, and we found out that supermarkets are one of the most disabling places for many autistic people. So over the last 2 years, lots of research has been gathered from our researchers with focus groups from autistic people, and we asked them what are some of the aspects that might make it difficult for them. And we then created our sensory supermarket based on some of these descriptions.
Sensory processing differences aren't the same for all autistic people, but our supermarket picked up on features of the environment that are often mentioned as being difficult. So the first time visitors walked through the supermarket, these features were heightened and made more obvious. And then people walked through a second time, and we reduced the lights and sounds to show what a more enabling environment could look like.
It was great to be involved as someone who has sensory processing disorder and is autistic. It was insightful to see how people interacted with the space and the realisations they had and understanding they took from it.
It gives you a sense of how exposed autistic people probably feel to noise, light, directions in a way that you wouldn't normally think about it yourself.
I started to feel that the noise of like the till checkout, that noise itself, I probably started to get a headache. It felt that visceral, like so overwhelming, to the point of like a physical response and feeling, if that makes any sense.
So the first time that I went round, I felt like I've rushed myself around. I didn't really take anything in that I wasn't looking for. Everything was quite noisy. I heard loads of sort of tannoys and stuff that sort of distracted me from what I was thinking because I was trying to listen to what the tannoy was doing. But on my second time round, when I went in, I actually found myself quite relaxed, and I took in loads of products that I didn't see the first time, signs that I hadn't even noticed because I think my senses were taken away. And there's never a time like that I've walked around any shopping centre, unfortunately, that I've not had that time to sort of relax and take in what is actually going on around me, other than all your normal hustle bustle noises that you get. Really educating, and from this now, there's a lot more things that I can take back in store to try and help the customers that face them challenges. So a massive eye-opener for me, because I thought I was quite educated, but there's just so many things that I'd never considered. I'm like, wow, see it from a completely different side now.
I loved seeing the potential of the enabling environment, which was brought to life via an amazing 3D render. It showed how inviting a supermarket could be, not only for those with sensory processing issues, but for everyone. It also displayed how simple some changes could be to this environment, such as a more natural way of navigating around a supermarket, calmer, softer lighting, low shelves, as well as clear labelling of products and areas. Also, having a secluded room to retreat to within the supermarket that's sensory friendly was amazing to see.
You know, if I need 5 minutes, out of the way seating is great for me to be able to take a break in the supermarket, and I think that should be definitely more of that in supermarkets. It makes me feel worse when I'm quite anxious. I find when I start to feel closed in by the aisles and when they're quite towering, and I think that would be a lot more helpful if there was wider aisles.
If they have like a website which details what it looks like, what the kind of environment is like, I find that a massive improvement, and it really helps me to be able to get an idea of what it's like before I go, and then I feel better.
We're hoping that this research can benefit a wide range of people. We want it to be for business owners, teachers, anyone who runs and manages public spaces, to be able to use this research to think about those locations and how we can make adaptations to support those individuals in the future.